Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Torslander IK in our FM19 Journeyman, and we are here today for the third and fourth games in the Swedish First Division South. And the first one here is a bit of a grudge match. Lindome, the team that we pipped to first place on the last day of the last season to win the title. Yeah, I doubt they're going to be too happy about that, so we need to win this really. We need to prove that we were the better team. It's just a bit of assertion that we really did deserve it. And then after that we have a game against Lunds, who I know absolutely nothing about. So let's get into this first one. But first of all, we have a couple of injuries. As you can see, Florian Brahimi and Massi are just not able to play today. So Anton Olsen and Anton Eriksson are going to be stepping in. And then I decided to bring in Jonathan Olsen. I figured there wasn't too much difference between him and Lindroth, but he links up with these midfield players already because they obviously played a full season together last season. Just seems like a fairly sensible thing to do. Now, Lindroth is on the bench if we need him, along with Al Jafari. So, yeah, it's not like he's probably going to feature at some point. He's played well so far on an average of a 7.5. But, you know, it just made sense to play the players who are used to playing together. Which actually means, if I'm not mistaken, we're playing against the team we played against last season, and we've only got one player different. Only Nasir is new. Everyone else was here last season. Well, that's boring. But they are playing a 4-4-2, as you can see. They've got a few faces in there. Are they any good? No, not really. No familiar names, really. I think Sandberg was with them last season. Obviously, Brahimi, who's injured for... Oh, no, he played for Savadolans. Never mind. For a second, I thought it was these. But Dahlberg definitely played for them. And Anderson, I think, did. But other than that, I'm not recognising too many names. So, I think Jakobsen did as well, actually, now I think about it. But I'm going to say I owe them. And, well, we look motivated a little bit. Anyway, our two strikers and a few of our defenders. Hopefully, we can have a better performance on the pitch than that team talk, really. We need to win these. We really do need a win. So, we're 25 minutes in. There's not been any highlights yet, but there is an absolute plethora of yellow cards being thrown around. We've got 3 and they've got 2. It's only 25 minutes. They're just beating each other to death. It's crazy. I'm hoping, though, we can see something a bit more action-y soon, as they've got a goal kick. Jakobsen on it in the centre of the park, as they look to pump it forward, but Nastia strongly wins that header. Something we didn't really have last year was a centre-half who could track back, but as that ball goes forward to Kettler, well, he loses out on it, but we maintain possession. Skoog doing well to win it. Anton Olsen plays it forward, but they win it back again. And, well, I did say when we signed Brahimi, that was something I didn't like about Olsen. There he is doing it. But here comes their striker. Pass it across to Sandberg. Asmar with a straightforward save. It was straight at his feet. And, well, it's an uneventful highlight, really. But they do have a corner starting the highlight. They put it in. Asu knocks it forward. They head in, but Asmar saves comfortably. Close range save, actually. Quite good reactions from them there. Well done. But another free kick for them then. Asu, I don't know how to say his name. Gives it to Courage, to Hansen. Well, it deflects off of our player, and now we are in possession of the ball as Avdiu looks to play through Kettler. He's on with the keeper, but straight at Dahlberg. They're quite disappointing. We had a chance, and it's a shame that we couldn't capitalise. But the corner is ours. Landholm's going to put it in. It's headed out, and nothing happened. It's disappointing. So, half-time is here. And it seems like we've had more of the chances, really. Like, more shots on target, more shots, a bit more possession too. But we're not really showing it in the highlights. We're not really having anything that's clear-cut. So, I'm going to say far from pleased. And, well, most of them had a good reaction to that. The only one who didn't was, I think that's Anton Eriksson. Yeah, it is. It's annoying. He is able to be replaced if we need to, though. Lindroth and Al Jafari both on the bench. Hopefully, though, it's not necessary. Highlight to us then, Nasir going to take the free kick, and we are trying to build it from the back as Avdiu is on the ball, knocks it across, Fundel Ryberg, back to Jonathan Olsen, back to Anton Eriksson, plays it forward, some good passing players, Avdiu strikes, it's weak, straight at Dahlberg, who, well, if you'd have let that in, yeah, you would have been asking questions, but they pump it up. Is this highlight going to continue? It is, and we are back in possession after Fundel Ryberg cuts out their pass. Can we find another attack here? As Anton Eriksson plays forward a wonderful ball to Salahu, cuts it back across, and it's straight off of Osuo. I still can't say his name, but he's put it in his own net. Usu. Is his name just Usu? That's so weird. Usu. Oops, Sue. Ha. As Anton Eriksson plays forward a fantastic ball. Salahu tried to find Kettler. It's not really anywhere near him, but we don't mind when it goes off of their defender into the back of the net. Wonderful to see, putting us 1-0 up. And, well, hopefully we can have one more. We don't win many 1-0. We've said it a lot of times. As Courage on the ball to Hansen. He pumps it forward. Skoog, though, manages to get there first. Now, where can he find a pass? He tries to switch it to Landholm and does so successfully. Avdiu tries to work it forward, but can't quite get there. And now they're on the attack. Turakan tries to play it across, but they've got some weird names, I'm not going to lie. He can't find the pass, though. Well, he can, but Sandberg's shot just hits the side netting. The pass was a little bit wayward, really. Didn't leave him in the best position to take the strike. And they didn't capitalise. Still 1-0. 78 minutes in then, and I am going to make a change. Neither of our strikers playing particularly well, but Marcus Kettler in particularly not having the best game at all. So, Kalle Ekman is going to come on. And along with him, Gustav Lindroth is going to come on for Anton Eriksson. A little bit concerned about the yellow card, even though he did put in a fantastic ball flat assist on the volley. I just think it's a worthwhile sub to make. One thing to note, which I don't know if I've mentioned yet, we only get 3 substitutions in this league. I'm not sure if I ever said that, but yeah, something to keep in the back of my mind. I can't make 5. It's not that ridiculous again. Well, time has ticked away very quickly, and there is a highlight in the 89th minute. Skoog pumps forward, but claimed by Dahlberg. Now, hopefully this doesn't go in their favour, otherwise this will be a very stressful last few minutes. They pump it forward, Anton Olsen's fighting for the ball, and we seem to be in possession. Landholm plays through Ekman, strikes, but it's saved by Dahlberg. Leads to a corner to us, though. We're still 1-0 up, and there's pretty much just added time left on the clock here. As we step up to take this corner, Landholm is going to be on it. He flicks it in, flicked out, though, by them, and now they are in possession of the ball, but Skoog cuts out their attack, and, well, you've got to imagine there's not going to be much more left in this game. They have a throw-in with seconds remaining on the clock. And, well, bodies fly everywhere, but it keeps the ball out of our net, and that is what matters. 1-0 win to us, thanks to an own goal in the 52nd minute. After, well, a wonderful ball forward by Anton Eriksson making his return due to a suspension, or an injury. But, yeah, I always say injury when I mean suspension, and suspension when I mean injury. It's very annoying. But all in all, not really too much to talk about. We didn't see a whole lot. Landholm had a wonderful game. He normally does, to be fair to him. He's one of our better players, and he's quite quiet about it. I'm trying to talk about him a bit more, really, because I do think he easily is one of our better players, and he's been fantastic pretty much every game. I can't really think of any mistakes he's made. But, yeah, he does pick up the man of the match today with an 8.1. Very good performance from him all around. The disappointment was sort of our strikers. Especially Kettler, who we saw had quite a few chances which he probably should have buried. But also Salah, who's not really getting in as many good positions as he was last season. He's not really scoring or getting similar amounts of opportunities. Hopefully we can see that more. But for now, I will get us to the game against Lunds, and we will be back for that in just a second. That win, though, does put us 4th in the table. I'm not getting us anywhere right now, I lied. So, yeah, it's all in all, it's a good win to have, even if it was through dodgy circumstances. Let's get to the next game. So, here we are then for the game against Lund, and a couple of changes have been made. So, Brahimi and Lindroth are in the starting lineup, in place for the 2 Olsens. Basically, Brahimi's back fit, and he's so much better than Anton Olsen. And then, with only, the one link, I figured we may as well go for the slightly better player, in my opinion, in Gustav Lindroth. Relatively straightforward. Now, Anton Eriksson still starts. Massey, as you can see down here, still out injured. He's back in like a day or two, but unfortunately the game's today, so that doesn't help us really right now. But hopefully we can see some more just some more action. Last game was relatively dry in terms of our own performance. The only goal coming from an own goal and a couple of shots that were relatively underwhelming. Kettler had a couple, Avdiu had one, just off the top of my head, and Salah, who didn't really do a lot the whole game. So I'm hoping we can put forward a better attacking performance. Now, if Kettler doesn't step up soon, I'm just going to start playing Ekman, because he's doing nothing. He's just not helping. He's involved a lot more, which is good, but he's not finishing shots. So, I've told them I expect to win, because, to be honest, I do. I want us to keep this good run of form going and have a similar season to last season, where we overperform quite a lot. Let's see if we can do it in this game here against Lund. Do we want to do anything at any point in this game? That is the real question. Here we go, a throw-in. Landholm to Brahimi, back to Landholm. Whips in across, and well, we nearly get there, but not quite. And now they look to counter-attack. They play forward a long ball, and Osmancevic is going to get on it. He puts in a cross. Well, he should have done better there. The shot goes over the bar, and that was dangerous, to be fair. Our attacking fullbacks got caught out a little bit, it seems. And the centre-halves were left to cover the wings. It got very messy very quickly. Corner to us then. Brahimi's going to take. He whips it in. And, well, Anton Eriksson, it lands straight at his feet. Whoever that centre-half was there for them who missed the header is absolutely at fault for that goal. The shot there from Anton Eriksson, very calm, very simple, well placed. But this here, look, it goes straight over his head. And Anton Eriksson capitalises perfectly. His second goal of the season. He's still in the goals despite playing more of a well, he's started a couple of games, I guess. He's started as many as he's came on. But, yeah, he's not meant to be a starter and he's still involved in the goal. But Sachs takes a shot for them and it goes in. I was still talking about our goal. Can we stop for a second there, game? Can we slow it down a little bit? Basically, they had a throw-in, they crossed it in and they scored. It was relatively straightforward. Yeah, it falls to Sachs here. He strikes the ball very nicely and you're all thinking it. That's not a very good attempt at a save. Asmar definitely should be keeping that out. It hit his hands and he just couldn't. Yeah, it wasn't good enough. But that takes into half-time at 1-1, which isn't awful. It's not great either. But we do seem to be struggling a bit. We're getting a little bit shot out, and that's not what we're used to. It'll be interesting to see if we can bounce back. So, let's be aggressive and say I'm far from pleased. Most players seem to like it. Amir Nasir didn't so much. Let's hand over to the assistant. Nothing he could really offer. Let's get stuck into the second half, and hopefully we can retake the lead and see out a win in this game. Corner to us then. Brahimi's going to whip it in. Can we find someone on the back post? Well, nearly 2 shots there that went very, very close, but couldn't quite find it past the keeper. Now our throw-in is awful. They pump the ball up. Nasir on the ball. Back to Asmar. We lump it forward. And, well, we seem to be in possession there. That was a bit messy at the start, but we seem to have stabilised it a bit. Fundel Ryberg. Wonderful ball through to Kettler. His shot's awful. It's over the bar and he's coming off. I'm not having any more of Kettler missing good chances. Kalle Ekman's going to come on. And can Ekman play as a poacher? A little bit. I was going to swap him and Salahu round, but we'll keep it like this for now. Let's give Ekman a bit more time. 35 minutes out there to try and do something for us. Landholm takes the throw in to Anton Eriksson. Back to Ekman. Whips it in. Salahu. Oh, very close. And then the second shot was abysmal. But the first one, very close. Nearly went in as Fundel Ryberg takes the throw in. Salahu. Back to Lindroth. I'll learn his name eventually. Well, it deflects off of their player. Finds its way back to their keeper. And now they're going to try and rebuild the play. It's going to take a while, though. He's going to eventually kick it up. And we seem to win the header, but then they do. And then we're on the ball, and then they're on the ball, and they seem to remain on the ball. They take it down this right flank. They cross it in. Someone, Olsen, takes a shot. Asmar just about keeps it out twice. This is all very hectic. This game's very, there's no slow attacks. Everything's 3 or 4, 5 shots. Like, it's all very mental. Landholm takes a free kick to Salahu. Well, it doesn't quite go in, and I don't know why they got a free kick. I think we were offside. But they're going to take the goal kick. Norman pumps it up. Avdiu down to Salahu to Ekman. Can we build a good attack here? Out wide, Landholm whips in across. Salahu heads. Oh, it's saved again. We've had so many highlights in the second half. So many shots on target. But we can't find a goal as Skoog pumps the ball back up. Ekman on it. Can we get another attack? Salahu, throw on goal. Gives it to Lindroth. And he slides it past the keeper. Gustav Lindroth. Excellent movement there. Ekman and Salahu and Lindroth linking up wonderfully. This ball here from Salahu was perfect. But just everything about this. The run, that pass was great. But then this ball here, absolutely pinpoint. The shot from Lindroth couldn't have been placed any better, and it puts us 2-1 up. Now, I'm going to make changes, because I know what I want to do. I want to bring on Furholm Lemborn for Avdiu. I don't know why. Furholm Lemborn, in the late stages of games, is a machine. I'm just going to start bringing him on a bit more. I just think in the late stages of game, he absolutely destroys teams. I don't know what it is about him, but it's just very, very good, and I like it, and I want it to happen. 80 minutes in then, and we maintain this 1-goal lead. And no more highlights since our goal, but I'm going to switch to this more positive style of play, just try and slow everything down a little bit. And I'm also going to bring on Jonathan Olsen for Anton Eriksson, just because he's a bit tired, 67% fitness, sorry. Just want to make sure he stays fresh out there, stays fit, and we don't give anything away stupidly. As they have a corner here, Hillstead it's going to take. They strike, it goes in. Corners that start highlights are dangerous. And it was shown to us here as they equalise at 2-2. Now, there is still time left to play. There's still time for this to go either way. I mean, it's a very good volley, but it's not great marking, is it? We sort of just formed a little sphere around the net, and it's, well, it's not ideal. It's not the best way you'd mark a corner, really, in my eyes. But time is ticking away very quickly here, and we are deep into the added time, and it looks like with 35 seconds left to go, well, I don't think there's going to be any late action, but Jonathan Olsen's going to try something. He pumps it forward, and it just goes out for a goal kick. It's a poor ball, and unfortunately, it does seem as if we've thrown this one away a little bit very late into the game as we pick up a 2-2 draw. Now, it's not a terrible result by any means, and in the second half, you can see, if you recall back to the first half, we got shot out a little bit. In that second half, we came into our own so well. There are a couple of things that need to be addressed, and, Marcus Kettler, there's a big question mark over him right now. I am happy with that performance, though, hence why I said I'm happy with that performance. It's a decent draw, I think these are a relatively decent side from what I remember. I don't think I showed it, but I did check. And yeah, they're expected to finish a little bit above us in 11th. So to pick up a draw, it's not terrible. It's not the worst. We're not actually. Let's continue. Let's get the league to reload because it doesn't refresh on that screen until you come out of the game. We will still be in a pretty decent position in the table, though. 4 points today, not bad at all. It's just a shame we couldn't really do it we couldn't see out that last game. A 6-point episode would have been absolutely beautiful. But four games in, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. It's hard to complain, really, isn't it? So that does actually still see us 4th in the table, tied on points with a couple of other teams. Hopefully, as games continue, we can maintain these higher positions and maybe even push on a little bit more. So, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. Tomorrow's episode will contain the next 2 games. If you want to be here for that, the videos go up at 5:30 every day, or you can use the subscribe button to get it in your feed, whichever you prefer. Yeah, if you have any feedback, please let me know, and have a great night.